Mariah the Scientist just dropped a bomb on Young Thug and the internet is in absolute chaos. After months of whispers about Thug's secret double life, Mariah is now exposing him for allegedly catching herpes from his wild gay prison affairs, and the receipts are shaking the industry to its core. Y'all have been hearing the messy leaked jail calls, right, where he done talked about K-Dog, Gorilla, and Mariah, how he was cheating on her, and how he was caught snitching, and saying that he was cheating on Mariah before he even went inside. And even telling his long-term side piece that he wanted to get her pregnant. Yeah, that stuff already had fans dragging him, but now it's on a whole new level. A brand new leak just surfaced, allegedly catching Thug confessing to sleeping with a male prison guard. Y'all, this situation is getting even messier because Lil Woddy is out here confirming every rumor that the streets have been buzzing about. Social media is exploding. Fans are connecting dots that were ignored for far too long, and it looks like Lil Mariah is about to get her revenge on Thug because she did not come to play. Y'all, the details are a hot mess, so let's break it down on this Lil Mariah out crying like babies and pacifiers. Young Thug is a liar, giving you tea that is hot like fire. Y'all, every single time we thought we done heard the last of Young Thug's prison shenanigans, a new jail call leaks, and we found out just how worse it gets. While his fans in Laugh of Hollywood were out here screaming free Thug, he was in prison living it up, having the time of his little life. And thanks to them leaked calls, we found out that he was snitching extra hard on everybody and anybody he could. He had dirt on a whole lot of people, and he wasn't afraid to spill his guts. The wild part about this is that he was snitching unprovoked, y'all, and it kind of makes us wonder what he told the feds, because y'all know that it has to be something really juicy. And while we're here still trying to wrap our heads around the thought of Thug being one of the biggest snitches since 6ix9ine, another call leaked of him admitting that he and prison guards had some downtime, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you know, I'm going down, but like literally downtown. In the lead call that I'm about to play, he laughed about sleeping with the male corrections officer, and from the way he talked about it, it was clear that he loved every minute of it. Y'all tell me in the comments what you hear.
Wow, I'm so pee. Mariah don't even know. I mean, it bitch still fucking. Goddamn CO give the box quicker than the FedEx work. They don't be telling my business, man.
Y'all, as well as it sounds, it's not really shocking if you've been paying attention to what the streets have been saying about Thug. There has been a whole lot of talk in the media about how he often acts zesty. It might be one on the DL. And now that we've heard this from his own mouth, I guess fans were onto something when they said this. But as spicy as the tea is for this story, it's super hurtful to his girlfriend, Mariah the Scientist. Well, I guess we should refer to her as his ex, because according to new reports, she has dumped him officially. And not only did she dump him, but it looks like she is out for revenge. She just exposed him for allegedly catching herpes from one of the many people that he cheated on her with while he was in prison. Not the herp, not the simplex, but according to Lil Mariah, the prison guard was not the only person that Thug did the nasty with while he was in that prison. According to her, he was allegedly spreading that thing to many people in that prison. And since prison isn't exactly known to have the protection available to inmates, it's not surprising that he eventually ended up catching something. All allegedly. But like I said, fans have always suspected him of being zesty. And between Mariah's herpes claims and his own admission, it's impossible to deny anymore. But one of the first lead calls where he admitted that he had been cheating on Mariah was when he said he was talking to 10 different women every single day. No wonder so many calls have been leaked. But things took an even crazier turn when more jail calls leaked. But here's the kicker. It wasn't just women he was chatting with non-stop. People online pointed out that he was giving the same kind of attention to his male friends too, which instantly reignited all those long-running DL rumors. Between showing up at dresses on his album covers and casually calling his boys bae, folks have always questioned his sexuality. I mean, do y'all remember this interview where he justified wearing a purple dress for one of his album covers?
I think the first time I ever wore a dress, at that point I didn't even know it was a dress. It wasn't a dress. One. On God, because I know what my version of a dress is. It's kind of like a coat.
When you do put on a dress, is that more for shock?
No, it's just like, I wanted a cheetah print long shirt. I couldn't find one. This is the closest I'm gonna get to it. It stopped me from judging people, because it's like, people judge me and people say gay, but it's like, if people think that I'm gay, they already misjudge.
Now do whatever floats your boat, but now that these calls are floating around, a lot of people think Mariah might might not have only been up against other women. She could have been competing with the men too. See, not only was he allegedly taking other men to Pound Town, doing Pound Town, thugging with his rounds in prison, but he was also allegedly flirting with other men over the phone too. Talking about kiss me through the phone. But when those jail calls leaked, fans wasted no time connecting the dots. What seemed like harmless combos started looking a lot like a steady pattern that had been playing out for years. In the middle of it all, Lil Mariah got pulled right into the mess without lifting a finger, and the internet did not hold back. They went in on her heavy, and a lot of people mocked her for getting cheated on. And if you're wondering why she would be getting dragged like this when she would have been the victim, it's because she seemed to be willing to stick beside him when she thought he was only cheating with women. But what's really wild is that Thug was already stepping out on Mariah way before the RICO charges ever even landed him in prison. He just played it smart enough to keep everything low. In one of them leaked jail calls, Thug actually bragged about how he flipped the script on Mariah when she confronted him. She had found a picture online of his side piece Cleo at his place, and she wasn't having it. Instead of coming clean, he lied and told her it was an old photo from before they met. In reality, the picture had been snapped just 2 days before he got picked up in a RICO case.
She's one of my little girls. She posted stuff on the internet at my condo from a long time ago. Mariah, I called Mariah this morning. She's like, man, girls posting in your condo. I'm like, oh my God. I hung up on her. I'm going to dunk on you. Because I'm in jail, baby. You got a girl in the condo a minute ago. I'm like, cut that. What's a minute ago, though? It was days before I got locked up, man. But it's a minute ago. It's been a month and a half. Whatever happened to his ass, it's been a month and a half. You can cut that out.
So whatever happened.
Whatever happened, it's been a month and a half. It's been a month and 15 days. So whatever she's doing, man. Well, it's been like 8-10 days or something like that. Like, whatever, I ain't doing it with her. So, what we do? She's one of my little girls. She posted stuff on the internet at my condo from a long time ago. Mariah, I called Mariah this morning. She's like, man, girls posting in your condo. I'm like, oh my God. I hung up on her. I'm going to dunk on you. Because I'm in jail, baby. You got a girl in the condo a minute ago. I'm like, cut that. What's a minute ago, though? It was days before I got locked up, man. But it's a minute ago. It's been a month and a half. Whatever happened to his ass, it's been a month and a half. You can cut that out.
So whatever happened.
Whatever happened, it's been a month and a half. It's been a month and 15 days. So whatever she's doing, man. Well, it's been like 8-10 days or something like that. Like, whatever, I ain't doing it with her. So, what to do?
And as if things weren't already messy, it got even worse when Mariah ended up catching a beat down from Cleo over Thug. Once Thug was locked up, Cleo started moving bold. Remember that jail call where Mariah asked Thug if she was still his baby?
Daddy, am I your baby?
Well, Cleo decided to be shady and posted a picture on Instagram with the caption, "Am I your baby?" Mariah took that as proof that Cleo really was his side chick, and she ran up on Cleo at the club to confront her, but it backfired. I mean, super backfired. Cleo had to put the paws on her, and Mariah ended up losing that fight heavy.
What's going on?
Hey, yo, what the? Where they right now? Where they at? You know what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna shoot their face.
Yeah.
So not only was she getting clowned because of his side pieces while he was in prison, but she was also getting whooped on by the side pieces. But through all that, she still stuck beside him. It was his ride or die. In an interview with Angela Yee, she spoke about how she felt when he went to prison, saying, "I think in the beginning I was so sensitive about it. I was so emotional. I was crying all the time. It was like you can't be crying when you got a man in jail because it's going to make him sad. So you can't be acting like that." She also made it clear that she was going to wait for him, saying, "It's almost like jail solidified our relationship. I'm willing to wait it out because I felt like he's the one. If I really didn't see that in him, I probably wouldn't." Mariah said, "I will wait for you. I will wait for you." Now, I'm not going to say that Thug felt the same way or he didn't, but what is clear is that she was not the only woman he was sweet talking. Y'all, she wasn't even the only woman he wanted to have kids with when he eventually got out. In another leaked jail call, he was on the phone with a woman and straight up said he couldn't wait to get out of prison so he could get her pregnant.
I wasn't expecting your call. So, my heart is beating fast right now. Yeah. Crazy. Oh my God, I don't know. You get out? When you come home, I'll have kids.
Now, if you thought that things couldn't get messier, buckle up, because new reports claim that Thug was allegedly having conjugal visits in prison. And no, Mariah wasn't part of none of them. Apparently, it wasn't women at all, but some men, y'all. Looks like Thug was pretty much getting his back blown out by every single day while he was in prison. Allegedly, but honestly, it kind of explains why he was so quick to claim that all ATL rappers are on the DL. Y'all remember his post in the lead when he claimed that all the rappers in ATL were getting bent. Now that tweet had everybody shook because nobody was even talking about rappers on the DL. He was getting dragged for snitching on his fellow rappers. And then fans were furious at him when the leak calls from jail and dragged him for being a rat and a hypocrite. Everyone remembered how he gave Gunna hell for supposedly snitching, even though Gunna denied ever doing that. And Gunna had a tough time after he got released, all because of Thug. So fans were understandably furious when we found out that Thug was doing the same thing he accused Gunna of. Now you'd think that Thug would either keep his head down or give an explanation or an apology, right? Well, no. Instead, he decided to be petty and tweet, "Since y'all wanna call me a snitch, let's just air it all out then. We all be taking Mad D in Atlanta. I'm talking all your favorite rappers be taking it, and they homeboys be giving it. Don't wear no skinnies around baby if you not with it." Y'all, not Lil Baby catching a stray over something like that. Now how he get in this? But now with all the DL details that came out about Thug, we have to wonder if he wasn't secretly trying to out himself and come out the closet. Because there has been some speculation that he only did that as a way to get ahead of the drama. Because he knew that it was only a matter of time before his DL activities in prison were exposed. And honestly, that kind of tracks. In a recent interview, he even claimed that the reason he did these things while he was in jail was because he wasn't loved at home. And according to him, this is the reason he decided to seek love from men.
Me not getting love, the proper love from my entire family made me seek love. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all tell me what y'all hear in the comments. But things got even crazier when YSL Woddy stepped into the drama, explaining that Thug allegedly did some wild stuff in prison and couldn't even face himself. In the clip I'm about to show you, Woddy talks about Thug supposedly dropping a ton of hush money.
He can't look at himself. He can't look at himself. His conscience eating him up. He trying to pay all this money to keep this stuff out the blogs. Keep paying the media. This what the control they have. This the control they have. Calling people, bro, don't unfollow me, bro. Nah, I mean, not right now, bro. I understand you don't mess with me, bro. But just do it in a professional way, bro. Like, come on, bro. Yeah.
Y'all tell me what you hear. But y'all, he learned the hard way that Mariah is not the one that you want to play with. She seems to have dumped him, and I mean dumped him hard, even after he publicly apologized. He tweeted, "My baby, I was wrong, and I'm sorry for what I put you through. You deserve better from me. Thank you for everything, and I would do anything to make this work. You show me what love is, and I hope I haven't lost you forever. Everybody leave her out of this, please. She's an innocent girl and feels bad about all this. Please give her peace." He also said, "To everyone involved in this situation, I'm sorry this is happening, and I hope you guys can forgive me. I'm moving forward with my life. Thank you, God." He then said something that came off as being gaslightish when he tweeted, "Times like these is when my loved ones are supposed to look at the good I did towards them, then the ugly." But it looks like Mariah did not go for his shenanigans this time, because he revealed that they did break up, saying, "Chapter ended." Well, Mariah also addressed the breakup on Instagram herself. She wiped off all the photos of them in her page and shared screenshots from her song Rainy Days, where she said, I put forth an open heart and I've been hurt. Looking back in retrospect, that ain't what I deserve. Want it back in blood and blood I'm gonna get. And I still pray for love instead of common sense. Tell me love and hatred doesn't coexist. I was naive, not ignorant. So much for my innocence now. Love me, leave me, let me down. Rainy days. Y'all, she was putting her little heart into it, little Mariah. And she was not joking about getting her licks back either, because her exposing Thug for allegedly catching a herp has made him look extra bad. And like his fans said, Young Thug was effing a prison guard. I hate this for our biologist girl, but I'm happy she getting out while she's still young. Y'all, the receipts are screaming, the secrets are out, and Mariah just proved that fans have been whispering this all along. Young Thug's prison affairs, the side pieces, the herp, even Woddy's confirmations are all laid bare for the world to see. So every leak call, every confession, every messy detail just keeps piling up, and it's clear this story is far from over. The fans are reeling, opinions are exploding online, and the fallout is only going to get bigger, messier, and more shocking. And just when you thought that you've seen it all, the next chapter is about to flip everything upside down. Y'all drop your thoughts and comments below and check out this next video.